I was 9.
And I was spending the summer, like every year, with my parents in a little town 1 hour away from Barcelona. I had just bought 10 tiny licorice vines at Ca Filomena, the candy store. I settled in my backyard, savoring them and waiting for the best part of my day. The moment that Enrique, the most handsome 9 year old boy I ever knew, was going to ride his bike down the street. There he was. Would he say hi? He rode in front of me with his eyes fixed on the pavement. I was disappointed, but I thought I could try again the next day. Enrique had been my first boyfriend. The previous summer, he and his family had come to our town to spend vacation for the first time. His older sister, Maite, immediately joined my older siblings' group of friends. She always brought Enrique along with her, so my siblings, who never wanted me to do anything with them, asked me to tag along so I could keep him company. One day, we went on a long hike. The grown ups walked faster than us, and soon they were out of sight. Enrique, all of a sudden, turned to me and said, "Will you kiss me?" I was surprised but flattered. I said, "I will if you kiss me first." Mwah! He kissed me on the cheek, and then I kissed his. From that moment on, we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but we kept it private. I was so excited to have a secret and to feel seen when I had never felt seen in the middle of 10 siblings. I also like him. His blonde hair and blue eyes, his sweet words about living happily ever after and getting married and bliss. One afternoon, we went to Las Rocas, an area up a hill which had big boulders amid the trees. The grown-ups went to lie down on a sloping rock, and Enrique and I wandered away into another rock that looked like a giant step. We sat on the lower rock and we started talking about our future. He said, "I'm going to be a soccer player when I grow up." And I said to him, "Well, then I'll be a nurse. That way, if you fall down, I can take care of you." He gave me a kiss. I gave him a kiss, and we held hands. All of a sudden, we heard a big noise above us. We looked up, and right there, lying on top of the top shoulder, we saw 12 smirking faces. My siblings, a couple of cousins, and Maite's, all trying to repress their laughter. I jumped up like if I had seen one of the scorpions that frequented Las Rocas, and I started yelling, "You traitors! You imbeciles! You idiots! How could you spy on us?" I yelled. Enrique looked at me, astonished at this miniature Amazonian that was taking on those 12 bigger and older warriors. By then, my siblings were laughing their heads off. I stormed off really mad, and Enrique came right after me. But from that day on, he had a newfound respect for me. He now knew that we could take on the whole world together. The summer went on without any more incidents, and when it came out the time to say goodbye, I left happy and very excited because 9 months later I was going to see Enrique again. Come July, Maite still hung out with my siblings, but Enrique didn't tag along with them anymore, and I hardly ever saw him. He had made friends with a group of boys our age and was with them at all hours. And whenever he ran into me, he didn't even acknowledge me. I was heartbroken. But the next summer, having found a group of girlfriends to have fun with, I forgot to feel abandoned. Enrique receded to the back of my mind like a mild ache that only comes back when it rains. But a few years later, we were 18 by then, we felt the weight of unfinished business. One afternoon, we drove in Enrique's car to a park where we could be alone. Enrique turned off the motor. He looked at me very seriously. and he leaned in. But it was not for a kiss on the cheek. That was for a full French kiss. Right after, we pulled away, and we both knew that nostalgia couldn't bring back our young selves. Vanished they were, like Cal Filomena and the tiny licorice vines that I was never going to be able to find again. Thank you.